Hi, I'm Bob.
And I'm Code.
This is Bob and Code's Halloween Mayhem, and tonight we're here at the Panic Chambers Hotel. How are we doing tonight, folks?
Oh, we are doing swell.
Great. Feeling great.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about your haunt tonight, like how it originated and kind of your theme?
Absolutely. Well, it originated about 10 years ago. It started off in a barn a long time ago, and around that same time, Lance was doing a lot of makeup stuff. And we connected paths, and he saw how I did my scare tactics in the barn, and I saw how he did his Hollywood quality style of makeup, and we kind of clicked that way. So now I focus on scare tactic and what's scary and what makes people scared and all that junk, and he takes care of making people look as scary as possible with his Hollywood quality makeup.
That's awesome.
I'm going to start with just the basics, the general. On admission, how much do you guys charge for prices on the admission per customer? Per guest, sorry?
$15. Yeah. $15 general admission.
It's not a bad price. It's pretty good.
That's doable.
Yeah. So, on an average night, how much do average people here do you think come through?
On an average, we do about 200 to 250. It's not like the biggest number, but some nights we have, a lot of people, but on a Thursday we have less, so it just depends. On an average, about 250.
All right. How many actors do you guys usually have running per night, usually on average?
Between 15 to 20 volunteered actors. We got how many percentage holders we got? About 10 guys that work under our belt. We got about 10 full-timers and about 15, 20 volunteers.
Yeah, so anywhere from 35 to 40 people.
Per night.
Yeah, per night. That's awesome.
And they're all local people. They're all people that live in the area. The majority of them do, the Shawano and Gresham area. So
even better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, are there any iconic pieces that you guys have here as like set scenes that you could tell us about?
Yeah, we have that we did this year. We did 2 asylums. We have a swamp, a full forest, bunch of other really neat things. There's a dark area upstairs and some clown stuff and just really loud. We have some sparking. We have some dark areas with some power tools and things like that. So a lot to scare you and hit you good.
Well, that's the one thing about Lance and I is that he's a professional at making things look as creepy as possible, and I'm the one who brings out the loudness and the darkness and the scary stuff. So we kind of take our own floors in a sense, and he focuses on really grabbing people and bringing them to the atmosphere of the haunted house. The illusion of having them, that they're not out here no more. They're actually in here. They're stuck in here. He's got a bridge in there. He's got a forest in there that looks, wonderful.
We try to keep things to scale. Like the one thing that we don't like when we go into a haunted house is when they do like when they make a house, but it looks like it couldn't be like you couldn't walk through it. It's just very small, and the trees aren't as tall as because we have very tall ceilings in there, so we can make a canopy. So there's a lot of things that we wouldn't do if we weren't capable of doing it. Like we believe in keeping things to scale.
Yeah,
So
just to add to the illusion, as things being to scale, it makes it seem more real, and that's what we kind of go for, is the realism, how realistic the haunted house can possibly be. We push the limits without actually having touched the actors or crossing that line, but we're right on the edge of that line right there, and we keep it right there all the way through the haunted house.
we like to think we're one of the more graphic ones too. We do a lot of graphic stuff, like you'll see a lot of blood and guts too. So like we try and really hit you from every angle. We have people in the team that we grab people that specialize in certain things. So we have people that do really good with the blood and gore and stuff. We keep them there. We believe in like departmentalizing things, like Zach, like he said. So if I was to build in the swamp, then Zach's like, hey, well, we need to put a cracker here. So there's a cracker in a really good spot in the swamp that Zach, put together. But, one of our artists, Alex, designed this really killer swamp. And so it's like we all kind of work together to like, oh, Zach said, well, you need a breakaway door. What if you were scaring them from up here rather than down here, or hit them down there and get up here? So like he mingles his magic into the sets, and then we mingle our makeup into his. It's just a really good put together thing.
With the graphic illusions, the graphics of the illusion that Lance brings and the shock scares that I bring, it's truly bringing a nightmare to life is what it is. And you're stuck in there for 15 minutes. So that's what we bring to the table. That's what our iconic scares are for.
Yeah.
It's what we love to hear.
Oh, yes. How long has Panic Chambers been open?
The hotel has been open we're going on our 5th year, thankfully. We feel very lucky and blessed for that. But like Zach was saying, the Panic Chambers originated 10 years ago with Zach as the founder in Pulaski. So he's a farm, he's in the Midwest farm sort of community. So that's basically, we love our roots because that's basically where it came from, old farms and farmhouses.
We want to bring it back to that original formula of the hayrides and stuff like that. So that's a future goal of ours, is to kind of bring that hayride, corn maze, bobbing for apples kind of feel back to the haunted industry, especially in the Midwest here.
Yeah. Sweet. So we talked about people being around here that come to scare. Is it on volunteer basis, or do they have to audition and they get the part? How does that work?
We don't really hold an audition process. A lot of the people that we have right now in our 5-year have been here from the beginning, and the people that we have that are, like we were saying, the percentage holders have all have many years of training and already been, doing it for a while. So a lot of times we let them improvise and find their own character. A lot of haunts, they put their actors in a character, and we believe in putting a character into the actor, sort of like let them develop how they want to run it, but we will give them critiques as they go.
Well, like Lance is saying, we want people in their natural environment that they feel that they can adapt to and make a real character. We don't want to place people accordingly to what benefits us or what's convenient to us at the time, because that's not going to be convenient to us in our reviews later on. People are going to say, well, that person seemed very out of character or very out of place. So we want to find a place that person really adapts to and really enjoys. So we try to find, when we bring our volunteers and we give them a tour of the haunted house, and we say, where do you want to go? What speaks to you in this haunted house? Where do you want to go? And they say, hey, the basement or the forest or upstairs in a dark maze, wherever, but that's where they're going to react the best. That's where they're going to bring out the best character. And then we put on the makeup that Lance applies. We add the shock scares that I, follow up on, and voila, there you go.
All right, that should be all for me.
Got anything to add? No? Do you have anything to add? You want to add tonight?
Yeah, we are going to be at a new location next year, and we hope that everybody comes out. It's a full-size campground. It's about 7 miles from the haunt here. We're still keeping it local up here in the Midwest, and there will be a lot more things to do, like Zach was saying, corn maze, a hayride, and indoor waiting. So that's huge. Indoor waiting is huge.
Expect paintball, zombie paintballs, apple bobbing, hayrides.
It's all gonna happen.
Everything. And next year it's gonna be called the Panic Chambers Farm instead of the hotel.
Wow.
It's only a couple miles up the road there. It's on a campground. It's in a big barn.
It's a huge barn, so
it's going to be
really
great.
Sweet.
It's going to be awesome. We want you guys to show up next year, and we want to do something great there. So,
yeah,
awesome. So this comes to the part now in our interview where we ask you, are we able to see some behind the scenes?
Yes, sir. For
right.
sure.
That is awesome.
absolutely.
Are you guys ready?
Yep.
We are ready.
Are you ready, Code?
Oh, yes.
Let's do it.
Place of fun where ghouls go free. But this is no place for you or for me.
We're back at the Panic Chambers Hotel, and tonight we're here again with Miranda, who was going to take us behind the scenes, show us a little bit of their iconic pieces that differ them from, let's say, the morgue or Terror on the Fox.
Well, just starting off, before we even get into the house, we have a little bit of a dark call, and I like to mess with people in here a lot. So why don't you come on in?
Should have brought my brown pants.
You come into this dark hall, usually we drop this curtain and we're nice and dark and scary. I do a little bit of slamming around in my little spiel. These little people scream a lot. Let's come on in. Do watch your step on your first step. It's a little bit of a doozy. Right away when you come into the house, there are wonderful things like we have full sets with full actors working the entire scene. They don't let up at just one drop down or one little quick boo. They have a full out spiel and they're out moving everywhere, pounding on the windows, coming at you through this window with a taser. I don't know if Jamie has one right now. Jamie's one of our biggest builders in the hunt. He works his butt off day in, day out. He's in here right now getting some last minute fixes ready for tonight. I mean, we can already see here, we got this. One of the other things that we do different than other hunts is we don't hold back our language or our gore. So while this young lady on the table is usually here, we have a mad doctor. Tasers! We love the tasers here.
Oh, wow.
Not dangerous, but it definitely gives a great effect. While this young lady is on the table, she also gets her throat cut. By pressing just a button here, we have blood pumping. So like I said, we don't hold back on our gore or anything else. Let's keep going through here. Get real nice and dark and snugly now. One of the other things that's different than all the houses is we believe in uneven surfaces. It's a big part of our scare. By putting you off your balance, we put you on your edge. So let's go on the first one. Damn.
Is this the crawling one? Jeff, are you crawling? What?
Crawl.
Oh, you are crawling.
You can crawl a little bit.
Not everything in this house, man.
I see that now.
He's made it. Oh my God.
We definitely have more to come. We're in a small house, but there's this entire floor wrapped around where we just came in. So if you came this direction, you have to know that there are secret doors.
No, it's frozen.
Oh, it's frozen right now. But this is where we entered the house. Coming back this way, we'll do our little walk around. Alright. Normally, you come through here, and the actors that are acting on this side, they jump to this side over here. And they're moving. So you feel like you're being stuck, because you feel like you've been away from these actors for a while, and all of a sudden they're back in your face. Look at all this design work they put into this though, guys. They take hours and hours. And they change up this place every year. So you're never getting the same exact show twice.
We love that.
Yeah. Alright, let's move on upstairs. I'm not sure what Lex said.
Yeah, you will, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about that again.
Alright, here we are at uneven floor number 2. So imagine it's all dark and people are jumping on the stairs at you. Your floor is moving with you. usually one of the things for clients that come through. Again, we have an actor that works a very large portion down here as well. I think one of the biggest parts about our haunt versus other haunts is our actors. They cover such huge ground space and are able to work at almost anywhere in the house because of our different floor plans and such. For instance, there's a guy that starts back here hiding off in the corner. He releases the dummy who shakes and clatters all over the place. She's got wood on her hands. So she makes quite a clatter and you're already scared by her. Around in this corner, he jumps out of that curtain. He has this entire corner to play with. We also have air cannons. And people on this side, red and jeans. All sorts of fun stuff in here. Besides, look at the detail on that little guy right there. He's quite a beaut, isn't he?
He's got a good day.
Right here is one of our very many breakout doors. So when people come in and they slam, or walking by, we wait for a couple people to walk by, slam real hard. Gets them every time. Right here is our cemetery area. Jamie has been hard at work on this. Who was in here tonight? James is here. Nice.
You gotta sit up.
We have a film crew walking through, seeing how we're different than other hunts.
Where's my light? I need it.
This place, I felt like it needed just a little more beef one night. Jamie came in, within minutes, had this place amped up like 10 billion degrees. The actors that work in here, top notch. James is one. He brings his daughters in here. That's what also makes it an interesting place is we often have full families working together to scare. A family that scares together
Just like
stays
living at
together.
home.
Here we are at our swamp area. It's usually quite foggy too. We have a couple guys in ghillie suits. Very hard to find them in all of this raffia. We also have a wonderful little guy that sits down here and throws off clackers. So when you're walking over the bridge and you freak out that the bridge is breaking.
Don't get me.
Another great way we utilize our space is making you feel lost. So normally you come up to this corner and feel like you need to keep going on, but it's not true. We really go this way. Also, not over there. We're going through the tunnel. So you get a little bit lost and disoriented. Again, the actors that work over there are also working in the cabin. They're able to move around and hit you from all different areas. Here we go with a little bit more disorientation. Watch yourself, look at stuff in the rope. Come in through this door, people that have been working in the insane asylum side have now moved over here and are scaring you from this corner. There's usually a little old guy with a walker. That we incorporate. We work very hard at making them disoriented. So you're getting hit by lights, actors, everything bombarding you constantly. Such a overload. I started down the hallway to head us straight up panic attack. Ran in here, freaked out about being under surveillance, and then I passed out on the floor. Here's what's behind here. We have a lovely lady that tries to be one of our awesome dummies. Hop up and give me a good scare here.
Let's get me every time.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Jesus. Kind of hurts.
It's sensory deprivation. You've been overloaded forever with all these lights, all this craziness, and now you're down to just pitch black for a couple minutes. There's also a couple cushions in here so you feel like you might be accidentally touching one of your actresses. It usually unsettles people very quickly.
Oh, well, that makes a lot more sense.
After that nice little moment of peace, that first hair really gets at your heart. Oh, and now you're giggling and feeling sheepish about the clown room. We got some real crazy clowns in here. They climb all over the place, they shake it, they rattle it, they bring it down. There's usually insanely loud clown music going as well. Good stuff. Go ahead and stay there for a second. Oh, here we go. Alright, so you got all these clowns jumping, rattling the cages, asking you how you're doing, popping their heads out, reaching at you. So you're already on edge. You're going to be going through this curtain over here now. Another breakaway door for you. We're really well known for those. We're heading into the public bathroom area of this. We actually had a 14-year-old design this. He's been working on it all season. He's been kicking butt.
Family.
We tell people that they're part of our family, that we go through a lot of families, that we're going to hang them on the wall. We pretend to electrocute them. He electrocutes me. Just anything creepy and messed up. It really gets people going.
Very diluted.
Then we tell people to go and see what we do to the rest of our family. And I mean, go see what we do.
Come find out.
Yeah, go find out.
Come on! Let's go. Someone shut that barrier! Come on! That's time! 5 days now!
So as you can see, our actors, our props, our people, That really is what makes us one of the most unique haunted houses around.
Oh, definitely.
We have family come and work together. We give people like Neil here a shot at creating his own space. We work all together, collaborate real hard all day. This lady's here all the time. Do you have any questions for us before we pack it up?
That should do it for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming out and visiting us.